George, it looked a little bit bouncy out there. Is that something you guys can change over the course of the weekend, or are you going to have to live with it?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to deal with it, to be honest. It's a bit of a strange day. FP1 was looking pretty strong, but then Ferrari and Red Bull have seemingly taken a step forward compared to us. So maybe we've taken a step back as we were obviously behind the McLaren in FP2. So a bit of work to be done tonight to understand that.
You were talking about deployment on the radio. Is that something that was a blip during the session, or again, is that something that might affect you going forward?
Both, to be honest. It was a blip during the session which made things worse, but generally speaking we're lacking a bit of deployment, which I think we're similar to Red Bull, but Ferrari seem to have the upper hand in terms of deployment, so that may make things tricky in a race scenario, as they've got a bit more of a locker to play with, but it's going to be something we're going to have to deal with.
Have you been having a think about putting a tow together tomorrow? Is that something that you think will work around here?
I mean, if you nail it, it definitely does work, but there's high risk, high reward, really. So it's not something we're putting a lot of emphasis into. Qualifying sessions over time when we learn quite a lot about the car, the tyres, and that's clearly been somewhere we've struggled this year. So for now, I think we'll both just go in and do an ordinary session.
First day out here at Monza, incredibly hot. How's the car?
I think the car was quite good. Just trying a few things with the car from FP1 to FP2 to understand if you could do things better. Some worked, some didn't. And yeah, just general long run practice, of course, with the little penalty we have. And everything seems to work quite well.
Everyone was expecting you guys to be in the ascendancy all weekend, given how good you've looked at low downforce tracks. Is it fair to say we've not seen everything from you guys yet?
I mean, there's still a few things we can do better, but of course Monza is not like Spa in terms of track layout. Of course it's low downforce, but we never expected it to be like Spa. But if we can find a way to, even if it's, let's say, halfway of Spa, then I think we have a good chance.
Some suggestions: you might be running sort of quite a high downforce setup today, give you a little bit more pace through the corners. Any realization to that?
I mean, it's probably a little bit higher than some other cars, but it's still low downforce, yeah.
Excellent. And just finally then, obviously Ferrari the quickest throughout the day today. Are you worried about their pace at all, or confident in what you've got?
They look good. I'm not worried about it, but we still have a few things to finalize. But if you look at the long runs, I think we look quite good, and that's of course the most important for the race.